Hello, Namaste, Sobona. Welcome back. In my first episode related to parenting, I gave you 5 smart tips around how to manage children's online mobile screen addiction. Thanks for watching it in huge numbers and thanks for all the nice comments and personal messages. If you have not watched it yet, please go and watch my first episode, like it, comment, and click the share button so that more children benefit out of it. Also, comment and let me know if you could implement or at least try any of those 5 tips. I'll be happy to know if you tried even one tip that I shared. Remember, version 0.1 is any day better than version 0. Okay, before I start talking about the new topic, here's a personal story, a short personal story. Early this year in January, I wake up to a severe abdominal pain. The pain is unbearable. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and very dark. And my wife, Rashmi, she helps me to get into the car and drives me to the nearest hospital. The pain is so severe that I'm literally on the floor at the hospital reception, pleading for urgent attention. After a long wait, the doctor provides me with the required treatment. I recover after almost 4 hours. The doctor informs me that the severe abdominal pain is due to very less consumption of water. I inform him that yes, I had a hectic week and was working long hours and had hardly drank water in the last couple of days. When I came back from the hospital, I make up my mind not to repeat the same mistake and have lots and lots of water every day. So far, so good. My strong resolution continues for a week or so, and then I'm back to my good old days of not having enough water again. At this point in time, I realized that my willpower, my determination was not working in spite of the nightmarish experience that I had to go through just a week back. One thing was sure, I did not want to go through it again. I did not want to go through that suffering again. So after some serious self introspection, I decided to change tactics. Since I am the one at my house who makes tea every day in the morning, yes, my wife is lucky that way. I kept a honey bottle and lemon next to the microwave that I use frequently. I decided that I will have one big glass of water while I prepare tea. You know what? The magic worked. Believe it or not, since January, it has never happened that I did not have adequate water and I did not suffer the same thing that I had to go through in January. After the initial success, I also set times for my water consumption exercise during the day. And you know what? There has been no problems whatsoever. I've used my tweaking the environment habit a little bit to overcome my other so not so good habits, and it has worked wonders for me. Trust me. Moral of the story, having great willpower, determination is all good, but it is also important to create an environment and slightly tweak your habits. Yes, slightly tweak your habits. The change in environment in my case was placing the honey and lemon bottle next to the microwave. I don't keep it anymore because the habit has been developed. Even if I don't find what the honey and the lemon, I drink water because the neuro connections in my brain has already been programmed accordingly. Pretty simple, right? Without sweating or kicking yourself too much. My today's session is an elaboration of a legendary quote by Mark Twain. A habit cannot be tossed out of the window. You can't toss the habit out of the window. A bad habit. It must be coaxed down the stairs a step at a time. Meaning, we cannot get rid of a bad habit overnight. It must be dealt with step by step, inch by inch. Today, I shall be sharing three smart and easy life changing ideas on how to develop good habits yourself and also how to help your children. Well, we all know and understand what good habits are, but since many of us do not know how to develop it, we usually continue with the bad habits. Do watch my video till the end. I'm pretty sure it will help you. Developing good habits in an easy way is it's much simpler than developing great determination, willpower, etc. Yes, this video is great news for people who say at this age who has a patience or confidence to develop willpower, determination, and all. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in. I have categorized my smart life changing ideas into three levels. Yeah, I have level 1, level 2, and level 3. So level 1, redesigning environment and developing visual cues. So one of the most important triggers of changing your habit is called visual cues, and it is about redesigning your environment. Visual cues is in simple terms, it's nothing but you know things that your eyes see and how you send signals to the brain. The trick I'm sharing is about basically tricking or fooling your eyes and brain. Yes, this is a very simple and easy to implement trick. Like I mentioned about my experience, changing the environment slightly can get you huge results. For example, if you want your child to eat more fruits, keep the fruits or the fruit basket in an area he or she watches TV or spends more time. It has been scientifically proven that visual cues make people to go for the thing that is easily available. You'll see a clear jump in the fruit consumption. This is applicable to both children and adults. In the same way, if you walk into the kitchen and see cookies on the counter, you eat them just because they're in front of you. You just need to remove the chocolates, cookies, chips, and other unhealthy items from your view and place it somewhere where it is difficult to access. Your eyes will not see it, and your brain does not crave for it as much as it used to earlier. This is a good starting point. Trust me, this works big time. You will see immediate results. If you keep your junk stuff and it expires, that is the biggest win for you, right? Of course, not buying junk food is another level. A trick to avoid overconsumption of oil is to buy a little bit expensive oil. You think twice before adding a lot of oil to your food. Trust me, experts recommend this trick. I love to play squash with my son, but sometimes we tend to forget. So what I've done is I keep my rackets and squash balls just near the entrance door so that it reminds me to play squash. Works really well for me. And you can apply this trick to other stuff as well with your children, like asking them to keep the mugs or plates back in the sink as soon as they see them anywhere in the hall or bedroom, or even better, ask them to put it back in the sink as soon as you use them. Start doing it for a week. It will become a habit, but of course parents must also follow it, or else it'll fall flat. By the way, you did not do much. You just tweaked the environment a little bit. Simply, in simple terms, but so it's so very effective. I have developed a visual cue approach for me and my son as well. So there's a bookshop at my neighborhood. There's a mall wherein we have this bookshop. Since few years, whenever I go past that shop, I take my son in for just 5 minutes. Just have a glimpse of the books quickly. What are the latest books that have come out, and we move on. So this habit developed with my son as well. So whenever we go past the shop, we make it a point to go to the shop. Whenever we see the board, we go into the shop. Now the habit has been developed to such an extent that we spend much more than 5 minutes in the bookshop. It is all about visual cues, tricking your eyes and your brain into doing something good and positive. So now let's move on to level 2. So if you are aware that you have a particular bad habit and you think it is very difficult to overcome it, here's a smart way to tackle it. So there's an author called James Clear. He's the author of one of the biggest blockbuster books, Atomic Habits. James Clear explains it in a very nice way. By the way, this is applicable to both parents and children. So once you as parents understand this formula, you can pass it on to your children. So as per the book Atomic Habits, you don't have to make earth-shattering improvements. Just take small steps towards improvement. For example, if you are let's say overweight and want to lose weight really really badly, don't think about the mountain. In this case, the mountain is losing 10 kgs. इतना बड़ा पहाड़ कैसे चढ़ पाऊंगा और पाऊंगी. Think about small wins. Decide a trigger that after having tea in the morning, I shall walk for 5 minutes. Remember, this trigger is very important. Like I had that trigger while preparing tea, I am going to have lots and lots of water. So this is similar to what I did with my the issue. So you must be wondering, how would 5 minutes walk help in losing 10 kgs? Well, the 5 minutes is basically to trick and train your brains. Once you develop this habit of walking for 5 minutes for a week or so, after having tea, like that's the trigger that you have selected yourself, the 5 minutes becomes 10 minutes and then 15 and so on. The new habit gets built into the system, and bingo, one day you will realize you are on track of achieving your goal of reducing 10 kgs. The small habits that you have developed is not very visible until they cross a certain threshold. You would be wondering why there is no change in my weight in spite of improving my habits midway. But you know what? You can see the results after some time. It's like the famous bamboo example that usually the experts quote. Bamboo can barely be seen for the first 5 years when it is growing, before they start exploding 90 feet in the air in the next 6 weeks. So the fruits of your good habits would take some time, but then it would show quickly after that. You can use a trick to help your children regularly brush teeth before they go to sleep, if they are struggling to do that currently. So also try and introduce a new paste or flavor and mouthwash once in a while. Make it a rule. As soon as you have dinner, you will brush your teeth, and then all the story sessions and other things will happen before they go to sleep. But decide upon a trigger. As soon as we have dinner, the first thing we'll have to do is brush our teeth. So make sure you also join the child while brushing teeth. The effects of small habits is like basically compound interest. If you understand money, it multiplies as you go along without much effort or willpower or determination. Perfect recipe or formula for people take who don't want to take great efforts. And by the way, this is a scientifically proven method, and even the neurologists support this approach wholeheartedly. So I'm not going into different bad habits, but I gave you a formula on how to approach it. There are millions and millions of bad habits, but I'm just giving you a formula of how to deal with those bad habits. I can guarantee that you will be in a better situation as compared to what you are in now. Okay. Now, we'll move on to level 3. So this is again applicable to both parents and children. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want to have yourself. I mean, in short, surround yourself with positive people. As Jim Rohn, a very popular motivational speaker, said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's a brilliant quote, actually. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose friends and people who you interact with very wisely. Okay, so that's it from my side for today. Hope you liked my video. Please don't feel shy to like, comment. I mean, if you're when you're comment, I mean, you can comment at least a word. We'll try or something. I'll try this thing, or if you have already tried something, just put it on the comments. Put it in the comment section. Also share the video as much as you can so that it reaches more people and more people benefit out of it. It would be nice if you could write a comment on what topic you want me to cover. We'll try and schedule it sometime. Okay. Okay guys, see you until my next video. Stay safe, stay happy. Happy habits. Cheers.